Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name is Stephen Childs. I'm listening to Joe Biden, and he's talking about we must have justice. Justice must be done. And it sounds like justice means vengeance. Justice means pay them back for what they did. And then when we pay them back for what they did, or then they're going to have to pay us back for what we did. And then we're going to have to pay them back for what they did. And this is called justice. What are we doing? What are we trying to accomplish? So President Biden also talked about that. What is it that we're trying to do? And it depends on who you talk to. Some people want to take over. They want their religion, their group, their political group to rule the world. They simply want to win, and it might be Marxists that want to rule the world. It might be Christian nationalists that want to rule the world. It might be Islam that wants to rule the world. It might be Zionists that want to rule the world. This is just the status quo. It's always been this way, and we've always had one war after another. And the idea that we have justice for all. So there's a way to look at justice as being fairness. It's the right to not be done wrong. So everyone agrees that they don't want to be treated wrongly by other people. That's not justice. That's not fairness. So let's put the problem aside for a minute. This problem of perpetual payback and perpetual punish the ones that did us wrong, and let's conquer the world with our team. Let's put that aside for a minute. The World Fairness Agreement has a different idea. And it's, let's just see what we've been doing and all agree to stop doing what we've been doing. It's like the definition of insanity, that doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So there's also the idea that you can't solve the problem with the mind that caused the problem. So with the way of thinking that caused the problem, you can't solve it. You have to do the way that's actually going to solve the problem. And what is that? Well, I'm arguing that it's the World Fairness Agreement that will solve the problem. And eventually the humans will see that this is what they want. That they want to just stop the old way where religion is allowed to be beyond reproach. If it's a religion, you can't tell the religion what to do. And who says so? Well, they say that their God says so. And then the other people's God says, well, they can't tell us what to do, and we're going to take over the world because our God says to. And then you have people that don't believe in God. They're atheists like me. I'm a prophet of atheism because I have precognition. So the old school of thought, the old habitual thought pattern is there are people that are connected to the God, and God tells them the future and tells them the laws, like Moses giving the people the 10 Commandments, or Muhammad writing the Quran and directing the people on how to take over the world for Allah. Let's put that aside for a minute and think about it. If there is a God, all of us would be God's kids. So we all count to God the same as being God's kids. So God doesn't want any of his kids being treated wrongly. So it's what we're asking people to do is question whether their concept of God is right. So if your concept of God, if your God is not fair to other people, that makes no sense, because God would not be unfair to his own kids. So, see, I don't think there is a God. But I'm trying to present an argument that the people will put the old religion aside, the old governments aside, put everything aside. It's still there. Just put it over there for a minute and look into the World Fairness Agreement before we kill each other with atom bombs. So it's on the website, and I have a video where I go through it in general. It's a very simple idea, and it can't be made complicated. There's not a lot to say about it. And it's just this, that we want fairness for everyone, and we want fairness from everyone. So it's along the lines of no one's above the law. I call it the law of fairness sometimes, that no one is allowed to do someone else wrong. That's against the law of fairness. And that we don't need any laws written down. If somebody's being unfair, we just have a group of people, like a fairness jury. It's kind of like jury duty. But it's not done through the government. It's done through the people. We volunteer to help stop unfairness. So somebody comes to us, to one of our members of the Way of Fairness, and says, I have a problem with Mr. X. And so we contact Mr. X, and we get, look, if you want to work with us, this won't go to the government. We'll keep it hushed up. It's secret. We just want you to stop being unfair. You're not going to be punished. We will protect you from others being unfair to you, Mr. X, because you've been done wrong in the past too. All of us have. So we solved this problem of law and order in a different way. We do it ourselves. It's not involving any government or religion. And it's totally based on fairness for everyone and fairness from everyone. And so when we get everybody on board with this, including the people in the government, we're not against anyone. We want to teach everybody a better way of thinking about the issues of the past. They're not relevant. We don't care about the past. The past will straighten itself out on its own. It's like it doesn't go away. It haunts us. So, first of all, let's stop the bleeding. It's like first aid. Stop the bleeding so the patient doesn't die. And what's causing the wound? It's unfairness. And it keeps happening to us over and over again, everywhere we go. And we get angry. And we have no way to stop them until you realize that there has always been a way. And it's by appealing, by asking, by praying to a power greater than us, humans, for help with the issue. So I agree to be of service to everyone and care about everyone. We have that in us. We're born with this family love, connection thing where we loved our parents and our siblings. We love our group, and they help us and we help them, and we work together as a team. So there's this innate benevolent spirit with humans. That's what we're getting help from. That's what we agree to follow, to serve. Altruism. Caring about the other people. Compassion. Because they've been done wrong, and we care. We care that you were done wrong. We don't want them to do you wrong anymore. So this is it. This is the way of fairness. And when all the humans agree that this is better than getting even for something done in the past, because we're going to stop the continual wounding from unfairness. There's no need to be unfair. You don't need to use the power of tyranny or evil or threats to keep secrets. Like, we don't want your secrets revealed. We don't care about what you did. We care about them doing you wrong. So we're joining together to stop people from doing you wrong. And we're all the same. See, we're born into different environments where we've done things for who cares why? Because it's crazy. We're suffering from unfairness to the point that we're crazy. So the past doesn't matter. It's not relevant. It doesn't even matter. We don't care what you did. It's secret. So you don't need evil to keep your secret life. Fairness gives you your secret life. Keep your secret life. Have fun. But don't do anything unfair to anyone. That's the only moral order, is fairness. So the only sin is unfairness. Do you see what I'm saying? So now that I've told you this other way of thinking, you can take back the religion and the payback mentality and all the stuff from your past, and you can choose to keep doing that, or you can choose to leave that aside longer and pursue this way of fairness idea. So I care about everyone. You do too. It's part of being human. It's part of the human experience. So have a great day. Let's make this work.